Welcome to A Pinch of Basile. I am your host with the most. I am Basile. If you're listening on Facebook, thank you so much. But don't forget, you can call in at 844-790-8255. That's 844-790-8255. That's all, folks. And we stream this whole thing live on Facebook. You can listen online at americamatters.us and on the TuneIn app from your phone or tablet. Just search America Matters. You have no excuses, for God's sakes, not to be watching and or listening to this show. And I'm here with my lovely co-host, Janice Hermson. And, of course, we couldn't do this without our awesome, wonderful engineer, Christian Meyer. Christian, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. You had me worried, but we made it.
Now, listen, there's nothing to worry about. I am here.
You noticed you got the first hello because you got him in.
It's very true, to be quite honest with you. I am an idiot when it comes to this stuff, but this is a new system that we're using, and it's even going to get better. By next week, we'll actually have a clock that tells me what time to get the hell off the air.
That's the plan anyway.
Who knows?
It was the plan.
Crazier things have happened.
Yes.
I'm here also with my well, as you can tell, my favorite backdrop would be changing. I think by next week, you think we're changing the backdrop?
Yeah, I'm going to go over that with you.
Okay, cool. So we'll have the new backdrop with our new sponsors, and we're moving, believe it or not. We are going to be syndicated all over the world. We'll be in London, and then we'll also be in Wilmington, North Carolina on the Big Talker. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. You can follow me at Basile Fans. That's BASILEFANS on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. So listen, folks, you can do all of that. But today, it was kind of funny. I have an awesome guest, and thank you, Janice, for getting her on here because I got a chance to read a little bit about her. Mina Samuels, and she is the author of Run Like a Girl, which I have been told many times I do that. Will join us at the second half.
I thought that was my line.
Say again?
I said I thought that was my line.
No. I run like a girl. You should see me throw like a girl too. Anyway, recently ran in. Let me see. Oh, hold on. She recently ran the Hood to Coast Run in Oregon. Now, I've never heard of that. Is that like the huge big thing on the West Coast?
Yeah, I think it is a pretty big deal. I interviewed her, and I can't remember if it was before or after, but I think it was before she had done it. So pretty big deal.
I'm just amazed at people. We had other guests who have been on our show as well. Dean Karnazes, if you remember,
I do.
was born with some type of deficiency that allows him not to get lactic acid, and he can keep running and running and running and never get tired, which is just an unbelievable thing, to be honest with you. But to have someone, and she has, Mina has an actual great story that you must hear about. And I'm really excited about having her, as I know you are as well. And I think our guests are going to love it as well. But listen, before we get on to that, what about me? That's right. Where am I playing? Well, December 6th and 7th, I'll be at Chuckles Comedy House this weekend, Friday and Saturday, in Jackson, Mississippi. Can you believe it? They want me in Jackson. I'm going to be having me some barbecue, and I'm just going to go crazy down there. Jackson, Mississippi, at Chuckles Comedy House. Go to chucklescomedyhouse.com to get your tickets. Again, chucklescomedyhouse.com. December 13th through the 18th, I'll be on Royal Caribbean, going to Mexico and also to Aruba for those 5 quick days that I'm going to be on that ship. December 28th in Youngstown, Ohio, I'll be at the Dior Ford Theater for the Meritage of Miracles. Great organization that they do for the kids and everything that they have down there. Call 330-477-4269. And then New Year's Eve, everyone keeps asking, where am I going to be New Year's Eve? Sarasota, Florida, at McCurdy's Comedy Club Theater. New Year's Eve, and then entire week I'm going to be there. Very, very excited. Call 941-925-3869. And then we have a big special concert coming up on January 10th. I'll still be down in Florida. That's right. I'm going to be down in Florida at wonderful Clearwater, Florida, doing a Basil Inn concert. It's the Growing Up Greek in America series. And then also announcing, folks, so special, I have a brand new website coming out. And Janice, make sure we talk about that. It's very, very important. We want to tie in everything with, Pinch of Basile radio show. All of our past shows will be on there as well. So I got to get a listing of all that as well. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. But those are the dates, Janice. How you been doing? How the hell was your Thanksgiving?
I had a wonderful time. Lots of food, lots of folks. Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. How about you?
It was great. It was it was somewhat modified a little bit because Dina, my mother-in-law, was a little bit under the weather, so we kind of switched things. So we had a ton of people all over the place, and a lot of turkey, a lot of lamb, a lot of food. Yeah, we had the traditional Thanksgiving lamb, just like the pilgrims. Anyway, we were there. Of course, we had the moussaka and the pastizo and the dolmades and everything. Spanakopita, Triopitas, like I said, just like the pilgrims, and we had a wonderful time. Christian, what did you guys do? Anything special?
We had 2 Thanksgivings, one with my family, one with the fiance's family, and ate so much food.
Oh, good. Good.
That's always fun. And you're down to about 45 seconds, my friend. So
45 seconds. Well, listen.
So what can you say in 45 seconds? We're going to get back to
Christian's Thanksgiving because I want to hear all about that. But we're going to take that little break that we got to do. The sponsors have to pay for this show, so we're going to do that little break, and we'll be back after a few words. And remember, everything is always better when you add a pinch of basil to it. We'll be right back after these messages.
And make sure that if you want to call in, you call in at 844-790-8255 or text us at 775-237-2266. Go to Basil Fans and join us there.
Hi, I'm Bill Kendall. I've practiced law in Northern Nevada for over 25 years, and I specialize in representing injured people in their fights for just compensation and in representing parents in custody and visitation disputes. I've tried over 20 jury trials to verdict. I've arbitrated or mediated hundreds of personal injury cases on behalf of clients to successful conclusions, and I have personally handled every single case from start to finish. I am also a court-appointed mediator for the Washoe County Family Court Division, where I help parents negotiate custody and visitation plans. With me as your attorney, you can rest assured that your case will be handled competently and that I will be responsive to all of your needs and questions. My goal in every case is to have clients that are satisfied with the outcome of their case and who would recommend me to others. Give me a call at 775-324-6464 or visit my website, billkendalllaw.com. My number again is 775-324-6464.
It's sweet. There's no place like it. And as we all know, it's where the heart is. Home. It matters. I'm Grant Brewer with Home at Last, a housing program of Nevada Rural Housing Authority. Join me and expert guests every Tuesday at 4 p.m. on KCKQ 1180 for Home Matters, a show dedicated to all things, well, home. Each week I chat with the industry's best, lenders, real estate professionals, builders, insurance experts, home inspectors, developers, and specialized housing program experts. They grace the mic and we dig into today's hot housing topics. Tune in to Home Matters each Tuesday at 4 p.m. at 1180 a.m. KCKQ, the home of community radio. Or listen live and listen again online at americamatters.us. Join us.
Welcome to my house. It's my house.
Are you caring for an older person or a loved one who needs assistance? Paragon Home Resources can help you maintain their independent living for as long as possible anywhere in the United States. We offer property management services to deal with all facets of maintaining the current home. We can also assist with obtaining a reverse mortgage to free up home equity to pay for home care and other needs. And should your loved one require assisted living or a move-in with a family member, we can handle the details of selling the home for the best possible price. Paragon Home Resources can assist with helping you sort belongings to determine which will be kept and those that require an estate sale or donation to charity. Your Paragon Home Resources coordinator will be accessible through a convenient toll-free number. As part of our service, you'll get a needs assessment to determine the services that are necessary. Caring for a loved one doesn't have to be stressful. Call Paragon Home Resources to learn more. 1-855-474-7227 or visit us at ParagonHomeResources.com.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ,
A Lotus broadcast station.
the power of radio since 1967.
Now back to the show.
No, we are indeed back. You're listening to Basil all around the world. For all my fans in Australia right now, it's roughly about, in Melbourne, it's about 8:15 in the morning. How you guys doing if you're watching us in Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide, all the way over up to Darwin, across to the Gold Coast. I love you guys. Of course, over in Europe. Thank you so much for listening. We are going to be in London. That's right. With Greek Beat Radio, we're going to be on in London. We'll be around 11 o'clock your time PM to 12 o'clock midnight. So we're very excited about coming to the UK. And of course, in Wilmington, North Carolina, on the Big Talker, we'll be on the Big Talker from 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time, just like we do this show. So I'm very excited. We'll be doing out of Wilmington. It'll be broadcast as a very, very large area. So we're very, very excited. And we'll be following Sean Hannity after his show. So we're excited about that. So listen, you can always go to the TuneIn app. That's right. Tune in, find America Matters, or just listen every week on americamatters.us. If you miss any part of the show, we'll find these under the podcast, under a site that says A Pinch of Basile. Well, on your Facebook, go to Basil Fans. You can always find it there. But we are going to be putting it on the brand new Basil Live website that will be coming out probably within the next, believe it or not, next few days. So we're very, very excited about that.
You've been working hard on that, huh?
A lot of people for helping me put that thing together. Janice, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
I said you've been working hard on that, huh?
Yeah, actually, we have that. And then we got a little segment called Basil Speaks, which is because I've been asked to give motivational speeches around the country as well. So we'll be doing that. And people want to hear about this. And now I think it's going to be almost night and day from the way we had the actual old podcast that we were doing. And now, folks, you haven't seen nothing yet. Thanks to Christian and Janice, they're going to make me look a hell of a lot better. And trust me, it takes a lot of Bondo to do that. So anyway, a lot of sanding Bondo to make this look beautiful for you. So anyway, we got to go to our stories, and I'm excited about these stories.
Do you like them?
I'm excited about this. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I said, do you like them?
The 10 weird holiday traditions celebrated around the world. There's a couple that made me laugh out loud. Do you want to talk about the first one? Because,
no, you go right ahead. You're enjoying them, so please be my guest.
Well, do you mind just for a second if we can jump to number 2?
You go right ahead. Oh, I love that one. I love that one.
All right, folks. I am Greek. I love Greek food. I love Italian food. Any type of European cuisine, I love. Fish, beef, poultry, pork, it doesn't matter. Huge fan of Oriental food, Chinese and Japanese. Huge, humongous fan of Japanese food. Sushi, sushimi, norimaki, all of those wonderful foods, tempura. Then I read this, and it made me kind of, I don't know, throw up in my mouth a little bit. In Japan, Christmas really isn't celebrated, as you can imagine. Kentucky Fried Chicken sure is. Yes, eating KFC. Folks, I want you to listen carefully. Eating KFC on December 25th instead of having a homemade Christmas dinner
absolutely
is a tradition in Japan.
I just thought that was so funny.
Do you think Colonel Sanders is going, I knew I was going to get them Japanese people? Do you really think this is the most ridiculous thing to eat KFC? When was the last time you have eaten at KFC?
Well, if you think about it, on Christmas Day and Thanksgiving Day, for that matter, if you're not celebrating with family, there are no restaurants open besides Chinese food places. So, it's Japan, it's not China, but close enough.
Are you trying to say, Christian, that there are American buffets in Japan instead of Chinese buffets in here, like in the United States?
I think they're just returning the favor.
Is that the way we're going to take over Japan and China, by having American buffets and sending over American people to work at all the buffets?
Doesn't that make sense to you?
It does in its own little way, yes, because I'm slightly off and I have issues. But yes, I think that's the way. I've always thought for years, to be quite honest with you, that was the way China was going to take us, that they were going to supply all the waiters and waitresses at every Chinese buffet across the country. And maybe in another 5 to 7 years, they put on their uniforms and they take us over, because they know that we're going to be fat, full of from eating at all the buffets. We won't be able to move, and they'll just take us over right then and there, and we will lose, coming from within. It's a terrorist organization, the Chinese buffets, I'm telling you. And so are the Japanese. This whole Japanese thing has me flustered. I never knew that it was so big. Now, I got to tell you, where else it's big? Australia. They love KFC. They love KFC in the UK. 2-3 years ago, there was a huge problem they had, that people were going crazy because they ran out of chicken in Australia. How the hell do you run out of chicken in Australia? I mean, it's one of the largest continents in the world, which happens to be a country, and you run out of chicken? Really?
Yeah, well, it happens.
Oh my God. I mean, do you guys like sushi? I mean, I can eat sushi till the cows come home. I really love sushi.
I can't do sushi either.
Really?
No.
Really?
No.
Really? You just haven't gone with the right person.
No.
You're going to have to, will you at least trust me to take you one day?
We'll see. My fiance loves sushi, and she tries, but I usually get the chicken katsu.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. You can do the chicken katsu. I mean, that's good. If you want salmonella, that's the perfect thing to go. Raw chicken is a great. I'm kidding. Okay. Okay. Anyway, in Italy.
You're going to go back to Italy? Sure. Tell them all about Italy.
All right. Italy. Santa Claus is not the highlight in Italy. And for those who want to say Merry Christmas in Italian, it's Buon Natale. Christmas Eve, an ugly but kind old witch is known as the Befana, the giver of gifts. Befana. There will be a quiz. Make sure you have the proper pronunciation.
Befana.
Can you say that with me? Yeah, say it with me. Befana. Befana. Say it like you have a slight accent. Befana.
Befana.
White people like you.
White people like me. That's the way it is. And I'm going to stay that way.
I feel like you have to pinch your fingers together and wave your hand as you say
it. That's
Befana.
it.
Like
that.
Yes. Befana.
There you go.
Befana, she's the giver of gifts.
Befana.
Yeah, Befana. Yeah. And I think that my audience thinks I probably lost my mind over on Facebook. And I guess on January 5th, known as the Eve of Epiphany, which everyone enjoys Epiphany. I do. I always go down to Florida for Epiphany, because we have the waters. Our bishop will throw, or the metropolitan that we have in the Greek Orthodox Church, will throw the cross in the water, and you see the women, the girls and the boys jump in and try and get the cross. But the parents will leave out a place of broccoli with spiced sausage and a glass of wine for Befana.
That's why it's a witch, right? No?
Do you like telling yourself these little jokes? Is that what goes on? Is this the way you entertain yourself?
Yeah, I make myself laugh. Why not? It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you something. Do you remember years ago when President Bush, the first President Bush we had, said he didn't like broccoli?
Yes, I do.
And the Broccoli Association threw over a ton of broccoli on the White House lawn. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but
yeah,
I remember there was a to-do. But I'm just looking at what happens when you have broccoli, spiced sausage, not just sausage, but spiced sausage, and then a glass of wine. Well, I'm throwing things with the glass of wine, right? So
sounds to me like Befana's going to have some heartburn that night.
Oh, my.
Oh, forget the heartburn. There's going to be some gas passing. That's all I'm telling you right now. And it's going to be a lot of Befana gas coming out of it. There's no two ways.
Poor Befana.
Poor Befana. That's why she looks ugly as sin. She's been trapped with the gas. It's slowly
there's something, huh? Man, that's terrible.
But it says here, tradition says that the good witch flies around on her broom, of course, and enters the house through the chimney to deliver clothing, toys, and candy to all the good children. On January 6th, the children
I
will
hate to see
find a
what the
tree.
bad children get.
Say that again?
I hate to see what the bad children get.
They get the broccoli and the spiced sausage.
That's it. And no wine.
And a lot of gas. A lot of gas.
And this is your
You know.
2-minute warning, my friend.
This is terrible. Anyway, in Spain, instead
Oh
of
no!
Elf
Can we
on
do?
the Shelf,
Can we do Wales instead? Caroling with dead horses.
which story is that? Which
Number
one is that
4.
one?
Number 4.
Caroling with dead horse.
Yeah. I mean, come on, really?
There isn't a particular day for this weird tradition, but from the time of Christmas to late January, the celebration of Mari Lud is supposed to bring good luck. Am I saying that correct? Mari Lud?
I don't know. The W and a Y together don't make sense to me. So, so they dress up as a horse with an actual horse skull. Ugh.
Yes.
And are accompanied by a group of people. That's just crazy.
Well, I mean, they probably worship the devil as well.
Really? Then they go to home singing carols, right? With this dead horse. Oh, my goodness. That's terrible.
And you know who used to be part of this? Mr. Ed, back in the 1960s, was known to celebrate this. And because he would actually sing the lyrics.
Ted says that the bad children get Basile tickets. That's what Bafana does for the bad children. I love it, Ted.
I'm thinking of a phrase for Tim. I'm thinking of a phrase. That's got to be Folger. Is that Tim Folger?
No, it's Ted.
Oh, Ted.
Yes.
All right, take him off.
15 seconds, baby.
How many seconds?
15.
15 seconds. All right, folks, listen. We got to do that thing again where we got to pay the bills and everything. So right now, we'll be back right after we're done with our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're listening to A Pinch of Basile. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ,
A Lotus broadcast station.
the power of radio since 1967.
Unable to listen to the whole show? A recording of today's program will be available later today. Visit americamatters.us and click on the podcast link. Now back to the show.
Oh, we are indeed back with A Pinch of Basile. Don't forget, I am streaming this live on Facebook, as you can tell by all of our wonderful fans that we have. I'm looking over on my phone, we're on Facebook, and then you can also listen on the TuneIn app. That's right, the TuneIn app on any phone or device. Once you have the app, just search America Matters, and you'll find us. That's right. If you're on the computer, just go to americamatters.us. And the thing is, we want to hear from you. We want to hear your comments. And you can always go to my Basile fans page on Facebook, and that's BASILEFANS. Like us, put us in there, come and join the show. And also, folks, we have some wonderful sponsors coming and joining us very, very shortly, major sponsors. And it's going to change the complexion of the show slightly, but not the quality and the length that we have when we deal with you guys. So we're very, very excited. If you have any questions for our guest, if she comes on, she may be having some technical issues trying to get on, but we'll be here. You can always call us at 844-790-8255. That's 844-790-8255, or you can text us. And Janice, what is that text number?
That would be 775-237-2266. So give us a text, give us a call.
Absolutely. And our guest, Mina Samuels, might be having some technical issues, so we're going to hang out here and talk about some of the things, and we'll take your questions as well. Mina Samuels, very, very wonderful author, and wrote this great book. And I got to be honest with you, I was, Run Like a Girl is a great title, and I think it just catches everyone right off the top. And I'm hope to goodness she can make it, because we can get past all that technical stuff that we got to go through and whatnot.
Happens to us all, though, doesn't it?
Say again.
I said it happens
sometimes
to us all.
The technical issues will get us, right in the butt.
Well, not necessarily there, but okay.
No,
Yeah,
no,
maybe you, not me, bud. We could talk a little bit more. We could ask our. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Ted's asking. He has a question. Yeah,
oh,
think he's
mother of
going to
God.
be
Okay.
impeached? I don't know if we want to touch that.
What did he say?
You think he's
I
going to
have a
be
question.
impeached? We're going to
Oh,
impeachment.
are we really going to
Ooh,
talk about Trump?
I
No,
don't know. I don't think we should.
we will not talk about
But
Trump.
we will have Gus Bilirakis next week, though, and we could probably ask him a couple of questions.
Yeah, Congressman Gus Bilirakis from Florida is a tremendous congressman who I have a personal relationship with. He is,
Oh, you're just
he's
showing
just a
off
great
now,
guy.
buddy. You're just showing off.
No, well, I am. Yeah, you got a congressman friend? All right, Dan.
Well, I have better than that, but I'm not
Yeah.
telling what kind.
Well, yeah, what you got? What you got?
They're in Washington, but I'm not telling.
No, listen,
Insiders.
I think
Insiders.
both of us, haven't been on the air for so long on different levels and stuff like that. We met some great politicians who you really care for and love, and then there are some lousy ones out there too. I'm kind of in a way, to be honest with you, not that I want to talk politics because I really don't. If he does get impeached, I can't wait for the Senate impeachment hearing because then everyone has to testify and it'll be before a judge and they will be sworn in and everyone and his brother will have every available a tool to find out if people are lying or telling the truth. So it's just not going to be one side; it's going to be both sides, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's all I'm going to say about that. What else we
Boy,
got?
Ted
Janice?
just is anxious to talk politics. Okay, another question.
Yeah.
Mike Bloomberg entered the Democratic race. He's already fifth in the polls. You think he's got a shot there, Basil boy?
The guy owns a network. You know what? He owns I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't
I want to
think
know.
so.
I want to know when you became the authoritarian on, or the authority on politics. I want to know where this happened.
Well,
When did this
I worked
happen?
in Washington, and I
Yes.
worked for a congresswoman, and I
Well, let's
worked
see.
at
I
DOD.
lobbied in Washington, so does that make me an authority?
Well, did you work on Capitol Hill?
I went to Capitol Hill. I lobbied on
Yeah,
Capitol Hill.
yeah. You lobbied. You know what? I didn't know that. Did you? Who did you lobby for?
For the Multiple Sclerosis Society.
Okay, for MMS.
Yeah.
MS. Listen, is tremendous.
Hey, come
'Cause
on.
I do a
Now
lot of work
that
for
kind of
FDA.
went, oh, we brought it down a level.
Because I mentioned MDA. Really? That was down a level. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Wow, very particular here with our handicap stuff that we deal with. Okay, sorry. I look, any type of thing that you can do good to help people, I'm all about. But I got a chance and see both sides and how it works. I really do. I make no bones. I'm a little bit more conservative than most people, and that's fine. And that's just the way I was raised. So you want to blame someone, blame my parents who were ultra liberal people who just made me cringe half the time. And my father, I remember when I first voted for Ronald Reagan, the first time I ever voted, my father would look at me with that Greek accent. Hey, you got money now? You rich? Are you rich? I just want to know because I want to borrow some money from you if you're rich. And I go, no, I'm not rich. But, I've always been a little bit more conservative. That's all. Are there any more political questions that people have for me, Janice?
Not right now. Ted says that he knows you're not political experts, just interested in our opinions.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm an American. I'm going to have an opinion. You're an American. We all are. It's a shame. It's a shame.
But I just
that
like
if
to
you-
give you a bad time, so there you go.
Yeah, well, you know what though? To be honest with you, how terrible is it that if you have an opinion, you're either a racist. If you have an opinion, you are biased on something, or a racist, or whatever the case may be, and we have to hate each other. Remember the old days when our parents would have difference of opinions and they'd be at the table discussing, And they would say, and they make points, and they go, you got a point. And I've always sat there. I don't care if you're a liberal or a communist or whatever the hell you are. Make a point, and I'll sit there and go, I guess I kind of see where you're coming from. It's just not the way that I feel. And I always vote the way how it affects me.
I could tell you a story about how I got myself into trouble playing devil's advocate about something, and I got thrown out of a friend's house.
No, did you really? Wow.
And we're talking about the American flag. This was like in early 80s, I think. And so they, brought some topics up, and I took a different stance purposely, right? Kind of to rile it up a little bit. Oh my, my friend got so angry that she threw me out. You get out of my house if you don't care about the American flag. And I was saying, no, I do care about the American flag, but people have a right to do what they want to do.
And that's what the flag is all about.
Yes, but I got thrown out of her house for that.
And you go, listen, just because, the thing is, you may believe, okay, look, I believe what that flag stands for.
Yes.
If you want to step on it, it's not what I would do. If you want to burn it, it's not what I would do. But that flag represents allowing people to do the things that they want to do. It's a portion of freedom of speech. And look, I wouldn't do it. It's all.
No, I wouldn't either. And
I respect the flag. I respect the people who fought for it and died for it, and they died for that ability to maintain our freedom of speech.
That's right.
All. And I'm with you 100%. I mean, you and I agree politically, and we also understand the differences between, what is right and what is wrong. And your friend probably just went a little bit overboard, and
Yeah, she probably had too much wine.
No, probably. Again, what
and I didn't have enough.
You would have too much wine.
No, she, not I. I didn't have enough.
Yeah. You're right behind her. Let me tell you something, kid. I mean, it was kind of funny. I always felt that, even when I was a kid. Remember, we used to have those little flags that you put on your bicycle or whatever.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Even when it fell, I would always stop and pick it up. Always.
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
And that's just the way I was raised, and it's okay. Do it the way. You have the right to do whatever you want, and you have the right to, speak whatever you want. Christian, how do you feel about the whole thing?
I'm right there with you guys. It's we live in a great country that allows us the freedom to have our own opinions.
Sure.
I just wish more people would do the research before spouting off.
I agree with that. And you know what? I think the regular people, I think that they all feel that way. I really do. I think that we hear the extremes because that's what hits the media.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Exactly. Yeah, but
two ways.
The average, I don't want to say average even, but just the everyday folks that are out there working hard and trying to make a living and even doing well at it, they just aren't heard.
Yeah, and that's sad. That's very, very sad that they're not heard. And I think in a way that, and I'm not promoting one candidate over another or the president over those who are trying to run against them. I think that's one of the reasons why Trump probably hits that certain chord with certain people. I respect those people. I really do. I also respect the ones who, want to vote the other way. And that's fine. I respect you as an individual. Why we can't talk and have this, communicate, the ability for us to communicate back and forth and to have this discourse where, you can basically have a conversation about something, to me is ridiculous. And it's so sad because it broke up a couple of my relatives and me.
Wow, that's
along
terrible.
with another cousin who, I loved. Even if you got to the point when it's something political and you like something,
but
or
then you have
on
to break
Facebook,
in.
Oh my God, you like, and how many fans I have, right?
And then you have to break in and give you a 15-second warning.
Okay, listen, folks, we're going to be back after this, and hopefully Mina will come back. But if not, I love this stuff. We're taking more of your questions. We're going to be right back after a few words from our sponsors. You are listening to A Pinch of Basile. We'll be right back.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ,
A Lotus broadcast station.
the power of radio since 1967.
To join the conversation, call 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. Now back to the show.
Oh, so glad you can come back to a Pinch of Basil. We have been having some fun, just having a conversation, normal conversation, taking questions from the peanut gallery that I refer to as my friends and fans and relatives that are on here.
So now, Basil, Ray and Ted are talking sports.
Oh, what do they want to know? How disappointed I am with
they're
the
not
Cleveland
talking
Browns?
to you. They're talking to each other.
Hey guys, this is my show. You don't discuss with the fans. You just
I love
Mother
this.
of God.
The heck with Basil. Come on.
Yeah, evidently it's not. Yeah.
We don't need to do this anymore.
If you're gonna be on my show and be a part of the thing, you gotta have some talking points here with this. Anyway,
well, they're talking about
what are
New
they
York
saying? I'm just kind of
City.
curious as to
One of
what
them
they're
is
saying. Are they talking Cleveland Browns?
Oh,
Are they
yes.
talking Cleveland Browns?
Yes.
All right.
There you
Are
go.
they wondering who's going to be coaching them next year?
No, they're, just, bantering back and forth. You know how that goes. You'll have to read it when you get a chance.
Another thing is, anyone who's a Cleveland fan, maybe for baseball, maybe for football, maybe for basketball, we were born with ulcers, detachable ulcers, because it's a very sad situation. I would like to die knowing that we had a Super Bowl win, not championship wins from the early 60s and all the way through the 50s, but a Super Bowl win would be nice. A World Series. We haven't won a World Series since 1948. I'm not bitter.
Ray said, sorry, Basil. That was very nice, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
You humor him.
Now, I got fans of mine and friends of mine from Pittsburgh whom I love, but they know I cannot stand the gold and black of Pittsburgh. And I love these people. One of them happens to be a partner. Other ones are relatives. Love them, and they give me so much hell. I mean, I gave them hell when the Browns beat Steelers a few weeks ago. Okay. It's just the way it is. It's fine. I have no problem with that.
Well, I know you want to, we are getting some comments, so I will check those out.
Yes.
My computer's a little bit slow, but
okay.
Yeah, Ray says Ted's on a roll. And then Jan Stenning,
Jan Stenning.
Yeah, says, Basil, I love you. Hi, Basil, I love you.
Jan Stenning is the agent of all agents. She is unbelievable. I love Jan Stenning. She is fantastic with a wonderful organization called TAD Agency. They handle a lot of my bookings and stuff like
awesome.
that. So I love Jan. I love you too, sweetheart. Thanks for all the work. And you know what? And again, I also got to talk. I'm going to come. I just saw a friend of mine, Avram, who is down in Clearwater, Florida. We are doing a huge concert in Clearwater, Florida, January 10th. Of course, I didn't put the right Avram. If you have the hotline number, or go to my Facebook and you'll see where it says Basil in concert, January 10th, where it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy, crazy night. Friday night, January 10th. Come one, come all. But you know what? I'm so excited about going to Jackson, Mississippi as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. This is the first week. I've never been there before. This is a brand new club. And they have me. What a wonderful lineup. They have me, Sinbad, a couple of other great acts that are coming up. So it's kind of nice to be in that company of wonderful comedians. What else we got, Janice?
Well, I want to talk about the Yule Cat in Iceland. The scary kitty.
Yule Cat.
Yeah, it's number 8. Number 8. Come on, let's talk about the Yule Cat.
We can go there.
I mean, the cat lovers out there would love to talk about a Yule Cat, right? Nobody talks about a Yule Cat.
Absolutely.
And maybe you can pronounce the, is that, I don't know, is that Icelandic? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's it's Jolakuntrin.
Okay.
Jolakuntrin.
You can be right in my book.
Well, this is one scary kitty cat. The Yule Cat, the Jolakuntrin, or Jolakuntror, is a huge and vicious cat from Iceland. Have you ever been to Iceland?
No.
Okay,
How many
they're
people go to
upset. They're
Iceland,
very
right?
upset
My
because there's
fiance
no
just came
ice.
back.
It's a
You're
lot of
kidding.
greenery, and they got a lot of fleas there for them, evidently. It's folklore that lurks during Christmas time and eat people who have not received any new clothes to wear before Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
It began.
that's
Isn't that
weird.
something?
That's just weird.
So if you don't have new clothes, you get eaten by this cat.
Yeah, there you go. You're done.
That's I don't know. Is that racist? What is that? I
I
have
don't
no
know how
idea.
you classify that, but
Closest.
it's
Clo-
closest. I like
Very
it.
good.
Great, Christian.
You close this, man. You close this. Okay. To wear before Christmas Eve. It began as a threat used by farmers as an incentive for before Christmas. The ones who took part in this in the work would be rewarded with new clothes, but those who did not, you really did not.
Right. They got eaten
Hold
by
on.
the cat.
They got eaten by the cat, and I wonder, you know,
Don't read the rest of it. That's terrible.
there are so many images going through my head right now that I really can't say because I don't want to offend any race or whatever. So I'm just going to keep it to myself.
My.
Been eaten by the monstrous cat. Families gather and
They gather gifts pooped from the Tio de Nadal in I can't even say it, in Maryland.
Tio de Nadal in Bethesda, Maryland.
Whatever. My goodness,
The practice is part of a traditional. Is it Catalan?
I don't know. So it looks like they
Catalan
pushed
ceremony.
2 stories into one, right?
I don't know. You
Yeah,
lost me.
that's a little crazy.
You lost me. A pooped. I didn't know.
I don't know.
know.
There's something about a hollow log. But the better one, really, I am a huge fan of roller skating. When I lived in Southern California, Christmas was always warm. And it was so awesome because every year I would get roller skates. And so I
Really?
love roller skating to Mass in Venezuela. I wish I could have roller skated to Mass.
You know what? I was a terrible skater. It may have been for ice. Although I got better as I got older to ice skate. I used to love playing street hockey. So I tried my real best to go ahead and try and skate. I was not what I would be considered even a great skater or a good skater. But I survived. I could never do it on blades, like
No,
figure
I
skating
can't.
blades.
No.
I always needed
Those
the
are
thick
bad.
blades for the hockey skates.
Bad,
And
bad.
love skating.
Yeah.
It's nothing more romantic when you're dating someone, you're holding their hands and you're
Of course
skating.
you go there.
But you don't see me being romantic with someone holding their hand and skating?
Your wife.
No, not even my wife would skate with me, to be quite honest. When you need a Yule cat, there's never one around. Anyway.
That's pooping on you, right?
Oh, how about Night of the Radishes?
Oh, I don't know. Which number is that? You got 3
Number
minutes.
7. Number 7.
All right. Night of the Radishes in Mexico. Where
In
are we going?
Oaxaca, Mexico, you can't celebrate the holidays without a radish. Every year on December 23rd, the Mexican state of Oaxaca presents the most impressive display of carved vegetables in the world. The radishes are grown especially for this event and remain on display through Christmas Day. The miniature exhibits show the nativity scene and other events from Mexico folklore. Originally, the tradition of radish carving was done by shopkeepers who wanted to entice people into their stores. It's now a 3-day festival.
Yeah, but I
Too
like.
bad.
Go ahead.
I'm saying.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say too bad they couldn't do anything with any type of lettuce that's grown in California right now. Romaine.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
sad?
bad. That's
I
really
love
bad.
romaine lettuce.
Yeah, that's too bad though. Don't want to eat it now.
No,
Not
how long
right
is this
now.
thing going to last?
Who knows? I don't know. It's terrible. I didn't hear the whole story on that. I didn't hear what they thought the source and why lettuce. I mean, really.
I
That's
think it's a
crazy.
vegetarian terrorist.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. I like it.
Yeah.
It's better than a
Yeah.
closest.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a B movie to me, like Night of the Radishes,
Yeah, that's right.
midnight flick.
Stay up
Don't be
late.
surprised if someone steals that line from you. My God.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
have
You
you
know,
eaten? Have you ever eaten a radish?
me? Yeah, of course.
I don't like them.
No, they're not my favorite food. They're not bad. They're just not good, you know? There's
They're not
something
bad.
that are,
They're just not good.
they're just
Okay.
something that are there on that plate, and you needed to do something, so you picked up a radish and you ate it. And you got about a minute left, my friend. So we've got
Oh
to
my
say
God, it's
thanks
about
for
that time,
everybody
folks.
being here.
Jeez, oh man. You know, when you're speaking radishes and you're speaking fruits and vegetables, I'm all about the fruits and vegetables.
Better than radishes.
I love it. Yeah, especially the radishes. I love them all. For all of those who actually were actually pretty good. Oh, Avram said 727-756-9936 for that January 10th date. But folks,
755-9936. 30
what was that?
seconds. 755-9936.
Right, 727, the area code. But folks, we got to get the hell out of here. I'm so sorry that Mina Sanders could not be with us due to technical difficulties. But I just want to let you know, don't forget, listen every week on Tuesdays from 6 to 7 New York City time, Eastern Standard Time. We can be heard all around the world on AmericaMatters.us. If you're using a TuneIn app, just search America Matters and be sure to keep it on one of your favorites. Questions, comments, go to Basile Fans, Basile Fans, on Instagram or Twitter, on Facebook. Give me a call, 844-790.